Hey there everybody, it's your boy Volley back again with another editor's note before this video starts. I filmed Crossodogs pretty shortly after the first 5 as I didn't know the order and I didn't know how many questions people would be randomizing. I had initially assumed that Crossodog would be randomizing all the questions, however he later declared that he was only going to be randomizing 6 questions, so I'm not redoing the video, but enjoy this what could have been for questions 1, 2, 4 and 8. Questions 3, 5, 6, 7, 9 and 10 are still randomized as per this video. So enjoy this what could have been and then the rest of Crosso's proof. Have a good one, guys. Alright, we're back at it once again. We still don't know the order, but we're going to just assume that Crossodog is going to randomize everything. Crosso, let's begin. We have P3 now. Will P3 be red or black? I did this after DJ Marky Mark, so you can still see the red 23. And that is a black 33. So Crossodog is joining the majority in thinking that one of the 10 drivers will... Yeah, I can't really finish that sentence properly. I don't have the brain power right now. Number 2, we're going with 3 drivers to be eliminated in the same qualifying session. Well, great start, Lando Norris. Should I actually do the other 2 spins, or... Fernando Alonso. And finally... Kimi Antonelli. Well, I wish you the best of luck. Adding them back in real quick. Alright, here we go. We're rolling. Let's see how many positions for the craps. It is a conservative 3. P2, P8, 13, P18. Alright, question 4. Pick 2 drivers for the Baccarat. Esteban Ocon. And to pair with Ocon today, we have a nice, fine Kimi Antonelli. Alright, quickly adding Esteban Ocon back. And then we're moving on to the bingo. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. You know the drill. Left to right, top to bottom. Starting at the top left, we have Franco Colapinto. Here we go. We have the reporter, Ted Kravitz. Ollie Behrman. Not a bad shout for the centre column. We have Kimi Antonelli. And rounding out the first row, we have bird cries. Gabriel Bortoletto. Alright, shuffle 5 more times. Do you mind? Good. Alright, we got Lando Norris underneath Lando Colapinto, Franco Colapinto. Apologies for the birds. Feel free to just mute if you need to. We have the commentator Ted Croft, David Croft, whoever he is, second row, second space. Third space in the second row is... I was going to say you were hoping that it'd tick over, but it has stopped. Carlos Sainz. Max Verstappen in that spot would have been God tier. Alright, we have Pierre Gasly next. Fourth space in the second row. And the final space will be going to... the analyst, Karun Chandok. Shuffle 5 more times, even though we only have 4 spaces, because we have the free space in the middle of the grid. We're going with George Russell. We're going to have to hope Franco Colapinto gets his elbows out, because that's looking like a half-decent left column. Second one in the third row. Yuki Tsunoda. Alright, we have the free space, and then after the free space we have... Liam Lawson. And then rounding it out we have... Alex Albon. Alright, shuffle 5 more times, we're back to 5 per row. Underneath George Russell we have, that looks like an Oscar Piastri. It is. It's an incredibly decent left column other than that Franco Colapinto. We have the team principal. Third space in the fourth row. Apologies, the wind has just picked up. Fernando Alonso. We have Isaac Hadjar. And final one in the fourth row. Lance Stroll. There is a 3/5 chance of the bottom left corner being something you really want. And if you can get past Nico Hulkenberg, you probably get it. Alright, there we go. Lewis Hamilton. You'd have probably preferred Max Verstappen there. But you know what? It's not the worst. That left column is Colapinto, Norris, Russell, Piastri and Hamilton. Very, very likely to go early. Other than the Colapinto, of course. Alright, there is Ocon. Bottom middle. Looks like we're going to have a Charles Leclerc. And then we're going to have Nico Hülkenberg. Followed by Max Verstappen in the corner, responsible for 3 of the lines. Alright, number 6. We have our 3 drivers for the blackjack. That is Yuki Tsunoda. We have Liam Lawson. And finally we have you wanted it to edge to Lando Norris, but unfortunately it is going to be a Carlos Sainz. You're hoping for 2 of those drivers to make Q3 realistically. I'll have to quickly add those back. There we go. He has the capital L this time. Alright, here we are. Poker time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. What do we have? We've got 2 19s, but I'm probably going to roll them again anyway. Alright, P19, P5, P7, P15, P3, and top left onwards. Well, we're not going to do 20 realist. Well, that actually worked out. We got duplicates on freeze. We got duplicate on the 7. The 20 is going to be a filler. But if we need to go another one, we'll go P10. So yeah, we might not even need the 20 and the 10, but it's good to know that we have them there as reserve options. Here we are. Left that one up. Alright, here we are. 1, 2. 3 unique teams or a double up of teams on the podium. It is going to be 3 unique teams for Crossodog. Alright, number 9, low, high, even for the Keno. And it looks like it's going to be an even pick. Crosso also going for the double points. And then finally for the multi, last one. We can't have 1 leg, you need at least 2. There we go, 4 legs. Alright, here we are. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 5, 2, 6, and you can't have the same leg twice. 4. Okay. So we have fastest lap driver. We don't have teams in a position, we have the other one. Here we are. We have specific driver to finish on the podium. Select an exact number of drivers to classify, not classify. Which driver sets the fastest lap, and which driver wins the head-to-head battle with their teammate. We'll go ascending order. So we'll start with 2. Which driver is going to finish on the podium? Hamilton is going to break his podium drought. Yeah, we're going to need to do that. Alright, here we go. Chosen T. Wait. Where is it? 2, 4, 5, and 6. Okay. So, you know what? We'll just get all the drivers out of the way. Which driver sets the fastest lap? Norris fastest lap. And finally, who wins the head-to-head battle against their teammate? Lance Stroll to beat Fernando Alonso. Alright, let me add those drivers back in. And then we're going to go to this old wheel. Alright, classify, not classify. 1, 2, boom. Alright, so it's going to be how many drivers classify. So we're going to need a high number, unless you think there aren't going to be many classifiers. Here we go. 8 drivers to classify. Well, the multi is dead. Alright, I will very quickly go back through these as we're resetting everything. In question 1, the roulette, we're looking for P3 to go black. Question 2, we have Lando Norris, Fernando Alonso, and Kimi Antonelli to be eliminated in the same qualifying session. Question 3, we have P2, P3, P18 for the craps, just a small 3 guess. We have Esteban Ocon and Kimi Antonelli for the Baccarat. For the bingo, I'm just going to save that. You can read it in your own time. For the blackjack, we have Yuki Tsunoda, Liam Lawson, and Carlos Sainz. For the poker, we have P19, P5, P7, P15, P3 in that order. We shouldn't really need P20 at all, actually. The only thing we're going to need is P10 if the P19 doesn't come through. There we go. Shuffle that around a little bit. Okay, and then that shuffles, and then we have question 8. We have 3 unique teams on the podium. Question 9, we have even for the Kino. And question 10 for the multi-leg, or same race multi, Hamilton podium, Norris fastest lap, Stroll head-to-head winner, and 8 drivers classify. 8 and only 8. Alright, well, thanks for hopping in. I'll upload this later. Catch you guys around.